Now, the man, Vincent Kompany, decided that it was time to actually show in 25 years that he would be the first Bayern Munich manager to go to the Bernabéu and then cause them havoc. It was controlled chaos versus vibes only at the Santiago de Bernabéu in the first quarterfinal. And we will start off with Bayern's immense press. Now, take a look at this. Bayern were literally going man-to-man across the pitch anytime Real Madrid wanted to build from the back and constantly kept on suffocating Madrid on the touch of play anytime they try to build from the back. And in this case, you see Lunin trying to build up from the back, and he's also got Thiago Petash here trying to come for the ball. Now, this particular sequence eventually led to Madrid losing the ball here, but Serge Gnabry here could not make it count. Bayern made sure that their press was very, 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 very resilient, and it was not just a gang-ho press. It was a controlled press which had everyone picking up their markers and pressing. Now, let's go on to the next one, as we would also see where Bayern largely attacked from. So this angle here, the 33%, just shows you Bayern's left-hand side, and 39% shows you Bayern's right-hand side. It's from this particular part that we had Bayern's most impressive player. Talking about most impressive player, I mean the man Olise. Olise was causing so much havoc to the team that they did not know exactly what was hitting them. Now, let's go back a few tapes from this. Let's check out Olise's touch points and the kind of things he was doing on the pitch. But this is eventually what led to Bayern's first goal. But first, let's check out Olise's touch on the pitch. So Olise's touch, this signifies the 39% you saw. The 39% you saw. He was literally going this way, touching the ball and just causing havoc entirely on the side of the pitch. He had Carreras for toast, and Olise made sure his name would forever stick in the mind of the man Carreras in this game. So he just had him for days, kept on baking him. And one reason why Carreras was constantly exposed was also because the man, Vinicius Jr., kept on staying up and allowing Olise alone to deal with Carreras, who he kept on turning in and out. Now let's check out how Bayern exactly got their goal. So Bayern had a situation where when they were pressing, they had either of these two players, one drops back and the other takes the forward position. So Serge Gnabry or the man Kane. Kane with the ball at feet now. But Serge Gnabry in this particular instance was the man who dropped back, and after Vinicius Jr. bubbled that ball away, Serge Gnabry took that ball and then drove it forward, drove it past, and he had a beautiful 1-2 with Harry Kane leaving that ball to the man, Luis Díaz, to slot it past. The helpless Lunin in this case, they were seeking an offside. However, they actually played him onside, especially because Carreras was trying to keep an eye on the man Olise, so he actually played him onside. That's how they got their goal. So when they were pressing, or when Bayern was even building with the ball, they had sequences where Harry Kane would drop deep into midfield and help build play, while Serge Gnabry now goes up to play in the single position up there, playing as the number 9. In other sequence as well, you have Serge Gnabry dropping and allowing the man Harry Kane to stay up front. Now, after getting their first goal, second goal came very early in the second half. Now, let's go back to the previous one where the second goal came through. So this is the sequence that led to the second goal. Right from kickoff, Madrid were not allowed to even touch the ball before the goal came. So they now kicked off from the center position. So this is what happened. Again, Bayern going through their right-hand side, giving the ball to Olise, causing all manner of chaos in this game. All sorts of chaos in this game. And then you find Harry Kane this time not being the lead man again, dropping off, leaving the entire D to himself. Ball gets kicked to him, and then we get the goal. These were the good things that were happening with Bayern in the sense of attack. However, they also limited Real Madrid a lot to just kicking the ball from afar. Madrid were finding it difficult to actually get into the box. Entirety of the match, prior to the oncoming of Jude Bellingham, Madrid were sleeping in that center. They were suffocated in the middle by the likes of Joshua Kimmich. He actually dominated and controlled the entire middle of the pitch for the team Bayern Munich, allowing them to just go on and then cause havoc to the team Madrid in their home turf. So they were limited to these kind of long-range shots, and you see Vinicius here taking another long-range shot, which was actually caught in that process by the key man in post, that is Manuel Neuer, who, by the way, is 40 years old. Yes, he's 40 years old, and he has specific and terrific performances like this. But one way that Real Madrid actually sought to hurt Bayern a bit. Look, Bayern played fantastic football, but there is an Achilles heel to the way they play. And Real Madrid actually found that Achilles heel, but could not exploit it enough. Now, ball over the top would always catch the likes of Jonathan Tah unaware. And in this case, ball over the top, Vinicius running at Tah. Tah gets, confused by the bouncing ball. Vinicius gets onto the ball, but could not make it count. Imagine that was this gentleman here, that is Kylian Mbappé. I think that would have been another goal. But ball over the top was how Madrid kept on hurting Bayern. Bayern do not have answers for ball over the top. No, they don't. Just because of how many bodies they commit into attack anytime they are coming hard at you. Now, let's go on to the next one and see how eventually Madrid got a consolation. So this particular one, they just move the ball along and then hoping for the long run out over there. Again, over the top, goes behind the left back. Now there's space for you to run. You get to the byline. He actually did not cross the ball. He hits it across the turf and then gets the man Kylian Mbappé to actually just tap that one in for them to get a 2-1 in that regard. Now let's go on to what happened next then. That's how exactly the man, the coach, Vincent Kompany, actually squeezed the life out of Madrid in Madrid. Now, he has managed to do this feat and attain this particular one, and he is the manager for the first time in 25 years to go and beat Madrid in Madrid, in 90 minutes from Bavaria. Fantastic coach, fantastic all-round performance. And now, you would understand why some people are of the view that Olise is better than Yamal. Olise performed yesterday, and actually, in my books, he should have been man of the match, but a lot of fantastic saves from the man, Manuel Neuer, ensured that he was no man of the match. But Olise all day.